So, it's 2025. We've seen a whole new generation of flagships drop, with all the usual spec bumps and new design tweaks. Yet a surprising number of people are still looking back at a phone from late 2023. I'm talking, of course, about the Google Pixel 8 Pro. It's a device that made some pretty big promises when it launched, especially around software and AI. The big question now is, almost 2 years later, do those promises still hold up? Is this phone a hidden gem on the used market, or is it just a relic that's showing its age? It's a valid question, especially when you consider Google's ambitious 7-year software update promise, which was a huge deal back then and is really being put to the test now. The main reason for this continued interest is pretty simple: value. The Pixel 8 Pro has had time for its price to come down significantly. It now sits in a very competitive mid-range to upper mid-range bracket. People are wondering if they can get a near-flagship experience from a couple of years ago for a fraction of the cost of a brand new 2025 device. Let's start with a quick trip down memory lane and look at the core specs of the Pixel 8 Pro. The design is still very recognizable. It has that signature camera bar, refined single-piece camera bar housing the lenses. Matte glass back that resists fingerprints, compared to glossy backs that smudge. The front is dominated by a 6.7-inch Super Actua display. It's an LTPO OLED panel with variable refresh rate from 1 Hz to 120 Hz. In 2025, this screen is still fantastic. Bright, sharp, vibrant. Side by side with 2025 flagships, it holds its own. Powering the device is the Google Tensor G3 chip. Back in 2023, the G3 wasn't the fastest in raw benchmarks. It was designed specifically for Google's AI and machine learning. For day-to-day use in 2025, scrolling social, browsing the web, watching videos, it's still perfectly fine. You won't notice much lag, though heavy multitasking can show the age. The single biggest reason to consider a Pixel 8 Pro in 2025 is the camera experience. It's more than just the hardware, it's the entire software package around it. The photos this phone produces are, even now, simply stunning. Google's HDR+ processing is legendary for a reason, creating balanced, detailed shots with excellent dynamic range. The 5x telephoto lens is also incredibly capable, and thanks to Google's Super Res zoom, the quality holds up surprisingly well. Point, shoot, and you get a great shot almost every time. But the real magic lies in the AI editing features. Magic Editor, Best Take, Audio Magic Eraser. Being able to move subjects around in a photo or combine faces to get the perfect group shot are things that still feel like the future. These are not just gimmicks, they are genuinely useful tools that can save a photo or video. Now, it's not all sunshine and roses. The Pixel 8 Pro is an older phone, and there are areas where its age is starting to show. The most noticeable area is in raw performance, specifically with the Tensor G3 chip. While it handles everyday tasks just fine, it can stumble under heavy load. If you're a serious mobile gamer who wants the latest titles at the highest settings, you will see frame drops and stuttering you wouldn't find on a phone with a newer flagship processor. The phone also tends to get noticeably warm during prolonged gaming sessions and when using GPS navigation for a long time. Battery life is probably the biggest practical concern for a buyer in 2025. The Pixel 8 Pro packed a 5050 mAh battery. In 2025, with a bit of battery degradation, it's more of a mixed bag. A light user can still get through a full day, but moderate to heavy users will likely be reaching for a charger by the late afternoon. It supports 30-watt wired charging and 23-watt wireless charging, which feel a bit slow compared to the blazing fast charging standards of 2025. To really understand the Pixel 8 Pro's place in 2025, we have to compare it to its direct competition. At its current discounted price, it's not competing with the new Pixel 10 Pro or the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Instead, it's going head-to-head with brand new mid-range phones. Think of devices like the Samsung Galaxy A series, nothing Motorola. These new mid-rangers often have newer, more efficient processors, better battery life and much faster charging speeds. But the Pixel 8 Pro strikes back in premium areas. The camera. Mid-range phones have capable cameras, but rarely a complete, well-rounded system like the 8 Pro. Same with build and premium features: aluminum frame, tougher glass, IP68, high-quality wireless charging, tighter haptics, fuller speakers. You're trading cutting-edge speed for a more polished, premium package. Ultimately, it comes down to priorities. Want longest battery, fastest charging, top gaming value? Choose a new 2025 mid-ranger. Value top-tier camera, cleaner software, and premium materials? Pixel 8 Pro is a compelling alternative. So let's talk about value for money in mid-2025. The worth of the Pixel 8 Pro hinges almost entirely on the price you can find it for. Certified refurbished models, well-cared-for used models, around 40 to 50% of its original launch price. At that price point, you are getting a feature set that is very difficult to match with any new device. Camera, premium display, clean software. The value is deeply tied to Google's 7-year update promise. Other 2-year-old Android phones are likely nearing end of support. Pixel 8 Pro, 5 more years of security and several major OS upgrades to look forward to. This longevity completely changes the calculation. However, factor in hidden costs or compromises. The most significant is the battery. You might need to adjust usage habits or keep a power bank handy. Battery replacement is an option, but it adds cost. Value for money can be phenomenal. It's one of the best used flagship buys on the market today. So after living with the Pixel 8 Pro in 2025, here's the final breakdown. This phone is perfect for the photo enthusiast on a budget. Take incredible pictures of your kids, your travels, your everyday life. The combination of its versatile camera hardware and Google's powerful software processing delivers results that are still competitive with much more expensive phones. This is also the ideal phone for the Android purist. If you love stock Android and want guaranteed updates until 2030, this is a massive selling point. If you are a power user or a serious mobile gamer, the Tensor G3 will feel sluggish and battery life may frustrate you. My final recommendation is this. The Google Pixel 8 Pro is a conditional but very strong buy in 2025. The condition is that you find it at the right price and that you understand its limitations, primarily performance and battery. For the right person, someone who prioritizes camera and software above all else, this phone is an absolute steal. It's an older flagship that has aged gracefully, offering incredible value for the right kind of user. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comments if you're still rocking a Pixel 8 Pro or thinking about picking one up. Thanks for watching.